Welcome back to Underrated Movies. I'm your guy, I'm your man, Mr. Elton Henry. And today I'm going to talk to you about a little of another underrated gem that I think you should check out. It's a pretty fun film that doesn't take itself too seriously. And that is Big Game, starring Samuel L. Jackson as the President of the United States. It's about a kid, I believe the kid's Ukrainian, or might be, I think he's Ukrainian or might be Russian, where he stumbles upon a plane accident, a Air Force One crashes. The kid stumbles upon the crash site and finds the President of the United States in danger, and he tries to save him. So you have this kid and Samuel Jackson pretty much teaming up together to fight off against bad guys that are trying to overthrow his presidency and hold him hostage, and you know, political stuff, political. And it's really a fun film. I think it's around like 85 minutes long, a little barely under 90 minutes. It doesn't really drag out or anything. It's kind of just your in the middle fun action kind of movie. You have Samuel Jackson plays the president, whose character pretty much, I believe he made some statements or he made some sort of proposals that basically puts his character into like a laughing stock. So he's trying to regain some sort of respect out of of what transpired. I mean, they mentioned what's happened with his character, and the kid, he is participating in some sort of like competition, some sort of like hunting competition where he's competing with a bunch of other guys, other kids, to earn the respect of being respected like a man. And I think I remember in the film, early on in the film, he does this sort of um, little competition course, and he doesn't. I think it deals with the bow and arrow, and the guy misses. He fails at it, and everybody kind of looks down upon him, and he does not earn some sort of trophy. This trophy that you earn when you complete the course, and he tries to set out on a self discovery hunt to practice and to earn the right to earn that right to be labeled as a man. And during his time wandering into the forest, this is the kid I'm talking about. He notices a plane crash, which happens to be the Air Force One, and turns out that Samuel Jackson, the president of the United States, has survived it. And he lets the kid know that there are some people after him, and they don't they allow Samuel Jackson to have a little few action moments here or there, which I'm kind of glad because I've always seen Samuel Jackson get cast in action films. He don't particularly do much except for like The Negotiator and then Long Kiss Goodnight. Here he does quite a bit, shows his physicality of what he can do, and I think he has a moment in the film where he does fight against Ray Stevenson, who's also one of the main bad guys in the film, and I think I think his name is Jim Broad, Jim Broadbench, I think, from Cloud Atlas, um, where he plays like some sort of like secret analyst on the American side, but he's secretly a bad guy. And you kind of had these two characters, Samuel Jackson and the kid, joining forces on a quest to basically amend some of their wrongdoing, some of their failures, and to hopefully band together in kind of like a brotherhood kind of movie. And it's really there's nothing anything deep about it. This is actually pretty much a good fun film. There are a few sequences in here that are just pure and enjoyable. Samuel Jackson looks like he's having the time of his life in this film, and so is this kid. And also, there's actually some pretty cool action scenes, few twists here and there, and it's all about just a good time at for a film. Um, I wouldn't mind the film being a little bit longer, but what really saved it for me is just it was one of those movies that you do just to kind of just turn your brain off, and it had like those throwbacks to those 80s and 90s action movies, like Air Force One and Executive Decision. It had a lot of those vibes into it. A little bit of Rambo, and then I think the Sylvester Stallone film Cliffhanger. You have a lot of that going on, and then it's not really like the bare minimum of like an action comedy. There's some comedy elements into it, which it doesn't. Again, the movie doesn't take itself too seriously, but it does just fall into the category of just your average fun action movie, which I highly recommend. I think it still might be on HBO Max. I saw this with my grandmother, and she really enjoyed it for for what it was, and I highly recommend it. I think I remember seeing ads about this film. I think for like theater releases. I think it had a limited release, but I remember I rented it through Redbox, and I thought it was pretty good. I rewatched it again on HBO Max, which I think it still might be on there. Big Game. Have you seen it? Comment below. Let me know if you have, and let me know what is your favorite underrated movie.